A quick tip that I can give you for when you stop drinking alcohol is just not to try and fill the time. I think a lot of people do that. They notice that. I mean, obviously the alcohol habit is going to leave huge chunks of time once you're not doing it anymore. I mean, don't forget just you're thinking about drinking, you're actually drinking the alcohol, and then you are in the recovery stage, when you're overcoming the withdrawal symptoms, you're overcoming the poison, the hangover we call it. But think about it from that perspective, that all that time is then time that you've got on your hands. And it's one of those things that I found in the first part of this was just, I was out walking a lot, so I was filling my time that way. But a lot of the time when I was supposed to be drinking, when I would usually have been drinking, I was sat down sort of trying to fill it with other things. And maybe in the beginning it's a good idea just to chill and to try and relax and to basically fill the time with whatever you can fill the time with. But I think in the long term you really have to push your mind out. Even in the short term, when you're thinking about the future, is to push your mind out to the things that you've always wanted to do and to start planning your life around that. It's not an easy thing in the beginning to do. In V2 we always talk about take your time and plan little bits, really get to grips with the idea that you want to be somebody else and you want to be a different person, and try and pull your mind into that way of thinking, but don't spend too much time thinking about it. I mean, the planning and the processes that are involved in creating that best version of yourself, they all come about as you're moving through this journey. But in the beginning, just think about things from that perspective. And it's the same with any addiction. Any addiction is going to laser focus your mind into a very narrow range of circumstances and a narrow range of ways of thinking. And once the more you do it, the more narrow that range becomes. So eventually you're only thinking about alcohol. This for me is a true alcoholic, when somebody's getting up in the morning and all they can think about is alcohol. Or a true addict is they get up and whatever the thing is that they're pursuing. It could be gambling, it could be sex, it could be there's a whole load of different things that are involved here. But that's all they're thinking about. And that is occupying their mind most of the time. Either when they're not doing it, they're thinking about it, and when they're doing it, they're they have guilt feelings about it because they know they should be doing something different. Do you know what I mean? So always think about where you want to go, and the potential is there. Your potential is waiting out there for you. All it takes is for you to go out there and work towards it, to move yourself towards the place that you want to be. And I think once you have the patience and the perseverance, which are skills that can be built, by the way, it becomes a habitual way of life to chase after your potential and to reach your potential. And then once you've got to that potential, you get to the next level. But it's really all about the journey. I mean, once you stop the bad habit, your life is going to open up. It's a prerequisite for me to reaching any sort of potential in your life is to get to that stage where you're just pushing yourself out and out and out and out. It's one of the keys to reaching your journey is to think from this very fundamental aspect that you're not going to get anywhere until you stop poisoning yourself, until alcohol is not just poison in your body, it's poison in your mind, poison in your life, and you're going to get nowhere near where you could be as long as you are pouring this shit down your throat. So think about your potential and think about that when you do stop the poison, that your life is going to open up. And like I say, it's the fundamental necessary first step. If you don't do that, you're never going to get to the next step or to the next step. You're always going to be being pulled back by your old habits. The keys to opening up your potential are what you do and how you do it. The people that you're with, there's so many different things that are there that move you forwards or that hold you back in life. I'm Kevin O'Hara for Habits V2. We help people to stop drinking alcohol and to reach that potential to get to the best possible version of themselves. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you in the next video. On to the upwards. Bye now.